What if the final score in a football match was not just about talent or tactics, but about who held the whistle? Think about that for a second. Every time a World Cup wraps up, social media blows up with one thing: referee decisions. Not goals, not tactics, not brilliant saves, referee calls. And not just any calls. We are talking about missed penalties, questionable red cards, and game-changing fouls that leave millions of fans asking the same thing. Was that fair? Or was there something else going on? Tell me in the comments, have you ever watched a match and felt like the referee was not being completely neutral? Drop a flag emoji of your country if you have seen your national team treated unfairly. I know I have. There have been moments when I literally stood up in front of the TV yelling, "How is that not a foul?" Or "Where's the penalty?" And I am pretty sure I am not alone. You have probably had those moments too. You know what is wild? This is not a one-time thing. Every major FIFA event ends with heated debates. The players run for 90 minutes. The coaches scream from the sidelines. But in the end, sometimes it all comes down to one decision by a referee. And when that call feels wrong, it is like it erases everything else that happened on the pitch. Does that sound familiar to you? Have you ever been so frustrated watching a match that you wanted to turn it off right there? These are not just minor mistakes. They carry massive weight. Emotional, yes, but also financial. A single call can ruin a team's 4-year plan. Careers are affected, nations are affected. It is not just about sport at that point, it is about justice. And when that justice feels twisted, fans start to lose faith. Honestly, when I think about the effort teams put in, the qualifiers, the training camps, the mental pressure, and then see it all collapse because of one unfair decision, it feels like something is off. How can something so huge be left so vulnerable? Let us take a real example. Back in the 2018 World Cup, Argentina played Nigeria in a group stage match. It was a big game with high stakes. During the match, Marcos Rojo, an Argentine defender, headed the ball, and it bounced off his own arm inside the penalty box. You would expect a penalty there, right? But the referee let the play go. No penalty, no review. Nigeria needed that goal to qualify, but it never came. That decision knocked them out. Just like that, fans online exploded. Analysts said it was a clear handball. Nigerian supporters were furious. Some even said FIFA was protecting Argentina. What do you think? Was it just a missed call or something more? Type "unfair" in the comments if you remember watching that match. I remember watching that game live. It did not even feel surprising anymore. It felt expected. Like part of you already knew Nigeria was not going to get that call. That kind of disappointment sticks with fans. And then we got to 2022, a new tournament with better tech, right? VAR was supposed to clean all this up. But things did not feel cleaner, did they? Especially in matches involving Portugal and Uruguay. There were multiple moments where Uruguay's penalty appeals were denied, while similar situations went in Portugal's favor. Ronaldo's name kept coming up. People were saying the referees were being soft on him. Now, I am not saying that is fact, but fans noticed it. Even former players spoke out. Diego Forlan said in an interview that decisions were not making sense anymore. Did you notice it too? If you watch those matches, were you shaking your head at the screen like the rest of us? It was the kind of stuff that makes you question why we even have VAR if the outcomes still feel biased. I remember talking to friends after that match, and we were all just baffled. Like, what is the point of reviewing a play if it still ends up being wrong? So now fans start thinking, are big-name players getting a pass? Think about it. FIFA wants its tournaments to pull in massive global views. Who brings those views? The stars, the icons, the faces on all the posters. When decisions keep going in their favor, it makes you pause and wonder, is it intentional? Or just the pressure of keeping the best teams on the screen for longer? I am not saying there is a puppet master behind the scenes, but let us be real. When one team benefits again and again, fans start building theories. Let me know in the comments, do you think the stars are protected? It makes sense in a business way, but from a football fan's perspective, it just feels wrong. I mean, is it really a fair tournament if some players are walking around with invisible shields? And then there is the host country situation. This one is interesting. People have been talking about it for years. Whenever a country hosts the tournament, Somehow their path just looks easier. In Qatar 2022, the accusations came in early. People said the group stage was too easy. Others said referees were lenient when Qatar played. It is not the first time this has happened. South Korea in 2002, Russia in 2018, there is a pattern here. Home teams getting an extra edge. Do you think playing on home soil makes that much of a difference? Or is there something else at play? Drop a flag emoji of your country if you have seen your national team treated unfairly. Personally, I have always found it odd how often host nations overperform, especially in the early stages. I am not saying it is all rigged, but come on, the coincidences stack up fast. But wait, it is not just fans. Even insiders are hinting at something deeper. Former managers and experienced players have made comments that stop short of direct accusations, but they leave no doubt. They talk about the pressure referees face. Imagine having the weight of the world on your shoulders, with cameras, fans, and officials all watching your every move. Jose Mourinho once said, "Some mistakes are too big to be mistakes." That sticks with me. What about you? Do you think referees really just crack under pressure? Or do you feel there is more going on behind closed doors? I mean, I try to give referees the benefit of the doubt, but there are moments when it is hard not to feel suspicious. You just get that gut feeling, you know? And then we have VAR, the big promise. Video assistant referee technology was meant to fix all of this. Yet here we are, still questioning decisions. Because even with slow motion replays, different angles, and time to review, referees still make calls that do not make sense. Why? Because in the end, it is still one person making a judgment call. Sometimes I think VAR actually makes things worse. Like it raises your expectations, makes you believe there is finally going to be justice, and then bam, another strange decision. It is exhausting. So now here is where we are. Year after year, tournament after tournament, we see the same patterns. Controversial calls, big teams surviving close calls, host countries getting leniency, VAR not solving much. It makes you wonder, is it still just about football, or is there a little more showbiz involved than we like to admit? I want to hear from you. What do you think is really going on? Are referees just human and make honest mistakes, or is there pressure from higher up that shapes these outcomes? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every one of them. And if you have ever yelled at your TV because of a referee decision, give this video a like. Let us keep the conversation going. If you enjoy honest football talk and questioning what really goes on, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. Join the squad. You do not want to miss what's coming next.